Hey guys, I wanted to come back out here today and do a quick video on some questions that have been coming through. And I also want to thank Brenton Yonkin. I don't know if I'm probably not saying your name right, and I apologize if I'm butchering your name. But anyway, he sent me a message today, and he was talking about how he's been researching the 4-axis kits for the Xylotex that I've been talking about. That's what I used on this one, and that's actually what I recommend everybody use. But anyway, I guess he's saying that Xylotex was having some problems with some of the PC boards inside the controller. So today I sent Jeff a message, Jeff at Xylotex, and he was very prompt in getting back with me. And he was talking about this box. He says, your box was one of the last using the old chips. The manufacturer of the chips I used discontinued the version I was using and came out with a new one, which was very small, he says. And he said he found it was hard to get the heat out of the chip. So some of the new boxes worked, some of them didn't. They were having overheat shutdown problems. So what he just decided to do, which I think is a good decision, was to just pull them all off and not sell them, you know, if he doesn't know if they're gonna work for sure or not. So anyway, he's saying that there will be he's working on getting a replacement, and he expects to have new boxes by about the 3rd week of April. And personally, I can't see anybody really being ready for them before then, unless you work a whole lot faster than I do. But anyway, because you got, you know, like I said, I was telling somebody, you know, that's the last thing you put on anyway. You know, you've got your whole machine, the angle, you got a lot of holes to drill, just a lot of work to do before you're ever even ready for those. So if anybody's, you know, getting all excited because they've looked on the site and they're not there, don't panic. You'll have them and they'll be just as good as ever. So there shouldn't be any problem there. Okay, a couple other things I want to talk about. Wrote some notes here somewhere. There they are. Somebody asked me if I would take time to do a video on how I do the CAD CAM. You know, I guess what they were talking about is how I go from an idea in my head and draw it up in the CAD, and then take it from the CAD to import it into my programming software, VCAR Pro, and that kind of thing. And I do plan on doing that. I'll try to work some of a video or two in on stuff like that. Real quick, another question I had was, I saw somebody emailed me today. It says, when I take these DXF files on a flash drive and take them to a printer like Kinko's or FedEx or wherever, you know, how do they know what size paper to put them on? Well, that's real easy. The drawings, or the DXF files, are all full scale, so that means they're 1:1, and you've got prints in PDF format. So just take the PDFs with you and say, okay, this part is, I don't know what it is, I know it's like 14 inches by whatever. You know, that's how they can figure out what they need to print it out on. They'll know. They know what they're doing. They'll know how to print that stuff out full scale. The other thing was, I had a question. Somebody asked me, says, do you have a master parts list? It says, you know, otherwise I'm going to have to go through all the little sub-assembly PDF drawings and add the stuff up. Yeah, you're going to have to add the stuff up. I purposely didn't put a master parts list of nuts and bolts and all that stuff, because I was afraid that some people that don't really understand drawings, you know, it might be their first mechanical drawing they've ever looked at. I didn't want them to go down that list and add that stuff up, and then go on all the other sub-assemblies and add that stuff up and order about twice as much crap as they need. So yeah, you're going to have to add it up. Sorry. Anyhow, that's going to do it for this little video. I got a guy coming over. He's on his way over to pick this one up. And so the next time I shoot a video in here, you won't see this one. It's going to be gone. So, and one other thing I'm going to say real quick too is, this one just really turned out really nice. I'm very happy with it. It runs great. But I'm going to go ahead and start working, not immediately, but I'm going to start working on some other designs for, I think I'm going to try to do one about this same size, but really with a different footprint, where it's more like my other CNC over there, where it's wide in the front and shallow in the back. That way when you use the two lead screws on the side, which would then be the y-axis, they'll end up being a lot shorter. So in other words, you'll have two probably about this length and only have one here, on, which would, this would now be the X, and it will be wider. So I kind of like that style better. That's why I designed mine that way, and I've sold a bunch of them that way. So I just like being able to stand in front of the machine and have it wider this way, so when most of the stuff you program, when you're looking at it, it's right side up instead of turned at a 90 degrees. So that's one thing I'm going to do. Another thing I think I'm going to do is eventually I'm going to do a build on a 4x8, or not a 4x8, but one that will handle a 4x8 sheet of plywood or MDF or whatever. So stay tuned for those. They'll be coming up soon. But I've got some other little projects I got to do, and one of the things I got to do is get this thing out of the way because it's sitting on my table saw right now. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If you got any more questions or comments, please leave them down below, or you can email me or whatever. Thanks to all the new subscribers for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. And I guess that's going to do it for this one. So we'll talk to you next time.